OK、こんばんは。はじめまして、ライトネスさん、どうぞよろしく。先生の、プロダクトデザインです。OK, welcome to Cranfield. My introduction to the School of Water, Energy and Environment. Thank you for attending. Cranfield University. Cranfield University is a well-established institution for the past 75 years, and is one of the leading institutions within the UK regarding research. We are an exclusively postgraduate university with world-class facilities and equipment and projects. We have some amazing and unrivaled links to industry. Everything we do is geared towards research and development towards industry. A number of the topics and subject areas which you can study here at Cranfield. We have specialisms within the aerospace industry, defense and security, energy and sustainability, environment and agri-food, manufacturing and materials, School of Management, transport systems, and water. And amongst those, we have a number of other specialist programs and courses available to potential applicants at Cranfield. Cranfield is based 45 minutes north of London. It's a very quick train journey to get to Cranfield, very easy connected to the city of London. We're situated between London and Birmingham. And we have a range of facilities on campus, as well as within the local area. Things include sports and fitness centres, shops, restaurants, post office. We have a number of dedicated clubs within the Cranfield Student Association, and we also have dedicated on-campus accommodation also. We ranked 7th in the UK for engineering research power in 2021. 88% of our research is classed as world leading and internationally excellent. We are top 30 in the world for engineering, mechanical and aeronautical development and research. Our student staff ratio is exceptional. We have on average a 1:8 student to staff ratio, which means it's great opportunity for engaging with your lead academics, lead professionals, getting real insight and guidance in your masters or your research work. Another proud thing at Cranfield is the diversity of our student group, and we have over 5,000 postgraduate students studying across Cranfield. And to support that, we also have a wonderful network of graduates from our alumni, working in an array of industries and professional exposure, and that really benefits the students both studying on the courses, but also in terms of their career progression. So Cranfield is very much about career progression. We have the largest collection of soil and water scientists in the UK, a mutually beneficial relationship with over 1,500 companies and organisations, not just in the UK, but internationally, globally. So we're focused on education, world-leading research, but all of this is driven by the demands for industry and our partnership with industry. It's central to what we do at Cranfield, and as a postgraduate university, we are looking at career progression and students' progression into employment and into industry. We're very supportive of your individual personal studies and your drive and the direction of where your career progression is. And we have an amazing facilities and support networks to help guide with career progression and development. We also work very closely with companies and organizations on projects with the students. So we have industry-based projects, either group projects or individual projects, individual thesis projects rather, and we guide and help nurture the relationship between the industry partner and the student. Everything that we do is really much about active learning, engaging with practical applied research, and that really does, as I said, benefit our industry partners. We have an array of facilities across the university using digital tools, digital twins, physical prototyping, and actual fully developed working platforms and systems on campus and across the university and industry partners. We're transdisciplinary and transformative in the way that we work, and that is really recognized by our industry partners in terms of what we deliver as research outcomes. And one of our key drives moving forward is sustainability. So a typical structure of our master's programs tends to be through the talk program, where we provide a core element of modules that you will study and help to understand the topic and the theme of which you're pursuing. That is then supported by a group project where you get to work with partners and colleagues, either across the university or actually within your specific area of study. Once you've completed that, you work in an individual thesis, topic of your preference, and both of these are normally linked to and connected with industry partners. The format and the theme for research is normally takes a literature review, understanding your topic and the theme of your subject matter, really sort of collating data, processing your research, and then review key findings and the write-up, whereby you then present your final PhD viva. As I said, Cranfield is very sort of geared towards the drive for sustainability and improving our environment in which we live. And we work very closely with the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. And these are now playing a really central part in both projects, but also Cranfield's drive for the future and its key objectives for meeting the 2030 targets. One area that's really sort of pushing that drive in terms of sustainability and environment is our environment and agri-food theme, renowned for transformative approach to tackling some of these difficult challenges that we face, and really making an impact for business in improving people's lives moving forward in the future. So not only are we impacting globally, but we're impacting also for industry and helping those industry partners strive towards more sustainable practices moving forward. Listed are just some of the partners that we've worked with within the environment and agri-food. We also have great facilities within the environment agri-food area. Land information systems, we have Cranfield Urban Observatory, We have a plant science laboratory located on site. We also work off-site very closely with industry partners, and we have CHAP, soil health facilities, environmental analytical facilities, and also airborne atmospheric measurement tools available. All of these situated across the Cranfield site. As well as this, we have an energy and sustainability, with the key aim is our drive towards climate change and net zero, and looking at more sustainable sources of energy and how we can impact and improve people's lives and energy consumption. We are recognised, award-winning in this area, and again have many partners that we work with on such projects. Number of facilities available to us within the energy are our algae biomass and bioenergy laboratories, our anaerobic digestion pilot plant, CO2 capture plants, electrical power machines, ocean systems testing laboratory. We have a wave tank in which we can simulate various ocean systems, structural integrity laboratory, amongst many other facilities. With our water, we drive to very important resource, and again on the sustainability theme, it's very important that we work very closely with industry partners and how we look at and manage our very fragile water systems, and colleagues in the water department certainly do that and certainly strive for greater change in that. And again, just to reiterate, our industry partners are world over. We have a large on-site facility where we have a wastewater treatment plant where we can actually simulate and emulate and put into practice water treatments, and really fundamental in terms of what we do. So from my perspective, running the design theme, we're looking at design thinkers, problem solving, innovators, people who can make change and make a difference to society across a range of topics and themes. Again, work with industry. Recent collaborations include working with Heathrow Airport on user journeys and sustainability developments, as well as other large established Procter & Gamble, for example, Unilever, looking at new product development, looking at new, more sustainable product solutions, very much geared towards user-centered design solutions. Again, we have cutting-edge facilities that are available across the campus, and we work very closely with all of our colleagues across the different programs, using rapid prototyping, rapid fabrication, iterative development. So a great place to come and explore and realize your designs and your ideas. Our science management focus MSc courses, we have advanced GIS, remote sensing, applied bioinformatics, data science and artificial intelligence for sustainability, environmental management and business, food systems management, future food sustainability, and global environmental change and planetary health. Further to that, we have our science and engineering focused MSc courses, advanced chemical engineering, environmental engineering, waste and wastewater processes, advanced mechanical engineering, and renewable energy. As part of our MSc research, MSc by research deliverables and portfolio, I run a MSc by research for design, where we work very closely with industry partners on a topic and a theme over a 12-month period. And again, similarly with our MSc by research in water, we do something very similar there in terms of working quite closely on a particular topic and a particular theme on the water subjects. It should be noted that there are funded research opportunities as well that are offered, and these are very specific to a client's requirements and needs, and these come in very regularly, and we're always looking for people to fill those positions to undertake an MSc by research on those topics. So previous collaborations, as I mentioned earlier, we worked very closely with Heathrow Airport on a user-centric design approach to improving customer journey through Heathrow Airport, working closely with the industry partner and working very closely with users and customers going through Heathrow as an airport, and how we can improve that experience. Other such topics as well, we safely manage sanitation services in small towns with developing countries. So again, we don't only work at Cranfield, we also work out in the real world, internationally across the world. Environmental, technical, social, economic assessment of retrofitting external insulation on older university buildings. Hygiene profiling for McDonald's restaurants. Looking at the coconut supply chain and sustainable ways to reduce waste and provide quality product. Looking at hydrogen. Hydrogen's a very big topic at Cranfield at this moment. Looking at green hydrogen production via pressure swing absorption with CO2 capture, and just shows the extent of what we do. Again, previous projects designed tailored lighting solutions to improve quality of life. We've done inclusive exhibitions for a zoological society in London, so London Zoo. Edge of field treatment for wetlands, nature-based solutions for riverfronts. So again, shows a real range of topics and themes that we cover. So the background that we look for applicants can be from a variety of different fields: engineering, applied sciences, electronic engineering, IT, physics, social science, management. Applicants come to us with a variety of expertise and knowledge that they already have. And what we do is we sit down and we work with you very closely to try and understand your journey and your career path. So if you've got a question about does my experience suit the topic and the theme, the key thing is here really to have a conversation with us, and we're quite happy to discuss. But we're very open to applicants and their prior experience and knowledge. Just a few of the companies that our graduates have gone on to work with. As I said, it's very much an international group of organizations and companies. We work very closely with local business, local organizations, but we also work with some very well established international corporations, brands, recognized in a variety of different specialisms and different areas. If you have any requests about working with particular organizations, then again, please do get in contact with us, and we can try and look at how we might be able to involve some of those industry partners with perhaps your own particular research topic and theme. So that's the presentation for now. If you have any questions, then please feel free to contact any of these social media links, or please feel free to reach out to myself at paul.lightoness@cranfield.ac.uk, or some of our other colleagues at Cranfield University. Thank you very much. back to Hiromi.
Thank you for presentation. 何か質問のある方は、ぜひチャットですとか、そのままアンミュートにしていただいて、ご質問いただいても大丈夫です。
If anybody has any questions, then feel free to pose them to
I
Hiromi.
have a question.
Yes, please.
Yes. What kind of support for finding a job you provide to students?
Yeah, so we have a dedicated career department. We run a number of career events over the year, and students have the opportunity to go and visit the industry partners who come into Cranfield, and they can talk to those various businesses more specific to their own personal preference in terms of their career progression. And we've had some great success in the past. We've also run some road shows, so we've had a number of quite well established organisations come to visit Cranfield in between those key career events. But basically, the careers department is open for students to use throughout the year to help them with their CVs, to help them develop their industry engagement, and to build them as a professional.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And one more question. As an
Yes.
international student, is it easier? The companies are willing to take international students to their company?
So I am aware of international students being recruited into companies and organisations. It is possible. Obviously, it's dependent on the organisation and the company, but it does happen. My students last year, a number of international students were recruited by UK businesses.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions? I stopped sharing my screen.
Okay.
You have any questions, Hiromi?
Thank you so much today. Cranfield University will join the October Fair, Tokyo, Osaka online. So then what kind of question can students ask on the fair?
Any question they want, Hiromi.
Okay.
We're very good at supporting students both with their application. We have dedicated departments that help to support their application. If anybody has any questions specific to a particular program, we can help to direct you or direct the applicant to those individuals to pose further questions, or we can provide you links to our admissions team who can process the application itself. So no such thing as a silly question. We're very open to having conversations and discussions. And obviously, the earlier we can have those conversations and discussions, the easier it becomes to help you on your journey of study at Cranfield University. So it may be related to financing and funding, particularly. It may be about accommodation. It may be about what can I do in the local area when I'm at Cranfield. We could also put you in contact if you're in agreement with students currently on the courses that we provide, so you can get an insight into the types of things that you would be doing on the course that you wish to study.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
はい。クランフィールド大学は10月にSI グローバルでフェアを行うんですけれども、そちらにも東京、大阪オンライン会場があるんですけれども、そちらでもいずれのフェアにもご参加が決まっておりますので、その場では直接いろいろとお話を聞いていただける機会になっておりますので、はい、もしご興味のある方は足を運んでいただけたらよろしいかなと思います。はい。感じです。今この場でも例えば留学先でどんな生活が送れるのかですとか、生活面についても何か気になることなどあれば気軽にご質問いただけたらと思います。
Do we have any more questions, Hiromi?
Then can I? I
Yes.
can ask a question. Maybe it's not like a question, but today, my major is about business, and I heard that Cranfield University is also have strengths on the business fields.
Yes.
But today there's not much about the explanation about business, so I want to know more about it.
Yeah, so we have a School of Management. That was one of the areas. We'll just let me just go back through my presentation. Okay, let me just share this for you again. Beg your pardon, one moment. Okay, so this section here. So we do have a School of Management. They are world renowned, as you mentioned. I work within another particular department, but just to make reference, I do actually contribute to the School of Management. We have a range of programs, a range of courses that you can study. We have an MBA which you can study on, as well as you can undertake a PhD as well within our School of Management. So yes, they are world renowned. I can't remember what their ranking is, but they are very high in the global ranking of management schools. But happy to put you in contact with colleagues in the School of Management, and my colleagues perhaps on the line might be able to take your details.
Okay.
Thank you, Alan. Alan's put in a link to our School of Management courses already. So please follow the link.
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato. Has anybody else got any questions? Very good question.
I have one more question about it's not related to the courses, but about the life in Cranfield.
Yes.
Is it easy to access to the city? I mean, the place to place by walking, or does a student need transportation?
So so we have students live on campus, but we also have students that live in the local towns and cities. If you're based on campus, there is a bus service which is about 20-minute, 30-minute bus to the main Milton Keynes station. And that will take you directly to the sort of key stations, Milton Keynes or Bedford, and then you can jump on a train straight into London. London is very easily serviced from Milton Keynes and also from Bedford, so it's actually really quick to get into London. The life on campus at Cranfield. You can probably see my studio behind me. It's very green. It's very lush. It's very good place to study, concentrate, and focus. But we also make sure that we get out into our local environment and visit industry partners. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. And if the student lives in dormitories on campus,
Yes.
is there any like stores and shops around?
Yes. So we have a co-op, a convenience store on campus. We have a number of other restaurants as well, local to us on campus. There is a local village, Cranfield Village, as well, where you can also go for your shopping, your daily your food. So if you so wish, and as I said, the supermarkets are very close. Whether you go by bus or some instances, students have their own cars and they will travel to the supermarket to get their weekly shop. Hopefully I've answered your question there as well.
Great, thank you very much.
Thanks, G. Any further questions? Okay. Hiromi, doesn't look like we have any further questions.
Thank you. Today's attendance interested course is design studies and business studies and biology. So you have any advice for these courses, design and business and biology? So they are interested in.
I think get in contact with us. Obviously, they're quite varied in terms of preference, in terms of design, biology. But on occasion, we do actually work very closely with our colleagues in environment, agri-food, and vice versa. I think the best thing is what are your intentions? Where do you feel that you want to go in terms of your career progression? Reach out to us, have a conversation on those topics and themes, and we can provide you with more information. So my colleague Angel Medina can help you in the biology, environment, agri-food topics. I can help you with anything related to design. So as I said, feel free to reach out, have these conversations with us. We can provide you with more insight into what a typical study program would be within each of those specialist areas. So hopefully I've answered your question.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe if Alan could put my contact details into the chat and I can reach out to those people that are interested.
How many Japanese percentage in university?
The percentage of Japanese people at university.
Japanese.
That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure on that. I am aware of Japanese students at Cranfield. I've encountered them through my teaching on AME and other programs. I couldn't give you a percentage, I'm afraid. I know also of groups of Japanese students studying with our industry partners on campus within the airline, aerospace departments and industries. So I am aware of Japanese students on campus. I'm also aware that we have a number of links at Red Bull Racing just down the road here with Japan because a friend of mine works there.
Okay.
12%. Thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
12% students are from East Asia and South Asia.
Yeah, 12%. Okay.
What I would say is that Cranfield is a very diverse network and group of people, which really enriches the student learning, and people from around the world really contribute to understanding research topics, the world, people, behaviors, cultures. It's a great place.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just waiting for your questions, Hiromi, if you have any. So I believe my colleague Alan Tan from International will be in Japan. He's just applying for his visa at this moment in time at the embassy. So hopefully if anyone has any questions, you might be able to attend one of the events that Alan is participating in. I was in Japan in 2019. Before that, I was in Japan in 2018, actually. No, 2016. Where I proposed to my wife in Kyoto. So has a good, personal inspiration for me in Japan. So feel free to reach out, and if you don't want to talk about topics and design, biology, whatever, we'll just have a good chat about Japan. Any questions, Hiromi?
Thank you so much. So how about the environment of around the campus? It's I think it's a very peaceful area.
Yes, it's a very relaxed area, very green where we're based. We're based on an ex-RAF airfield where lots of research, but there's lots of things going on in the background in terms of research topics and projects. So although on the surface it might seem very calm and very serene, there's lots of energy going on in the background in all of the different buildings here at Cranfield. But we do have lots of green space where we can enjoy the sunshine and sit outside and reflect on our work that we're doing, and then come back in and continue our hard work and our hard efforts in our research, our studies. So yeah.
Thank you. So after graduated, so foreign national students will get the job in UK, or they go back to local, they go back to mother country.
They go home. So it differs from student to student. Some students do return home, normally because they've have a job lined up in their home country. However, I'm aware of many students who have remained in the UK. They've managed to secure employment. Some even secure employment whilst they are studying. Okay, so it's important to note that it is possible to work with organisations or use your projects to lead you into employment within a very short space of time. So industry partners become very familiar with those individuals. They're very keen to secure them and retain them. So it is possible to get employment here in the UK. But it is on a case-by-case basis, and it is dependent on who you're working with.
Okay. Thank
But it
you.
is possible.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just on that question, I have a very good friend of mine who runs a design practice in London, and he is from Shizuoka, and he has been for the last 20 years.
Okay. その他に何かご質問などございますか？
Okay, so Alan's mentioned that we will be in Japan. Okay, Hiromi?
OK。そうしましたら、今日、こちらで質問が、出ないようでしたら、ちょっと早めなんですけれども、今回のウェビナーは終了とさせていただければと思いますので、もし、今からアンミュートでお話しいただきたい場合は、そのままにしていただいて大丈夫ですので、大丈夫な方から、ご退出いただいて大丈夫です。
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for attending.